Hi there, my name is Shannon, and I'm Willamette Week's music and visual arts editor. Today, I'm talking with Randall Wyatt, who's a member of the band Speaker Minds and also the founder of Taking Ownership PDX. Randall, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so just to start off, could you tell me when and why you decided to start Taking Ownership PDX?
Well, this has been something that's been on my mind for a long time, and then when I saw the response to, the George Floyd murder and how people wanted to get involved, and I think it's like the perfect storm of being quarantined and people having time to do research, and I really had an influx of people reach out to me and ask how they could be allies in this time. Obviously we need to make some serious changes to our society, so I just started thinking of ideas of what ways people could be supportive of the Black community. And one of the biggest ways for us to get any kind of equitable change is through reparations. And so that's kind of what Taking Ownership PDX is. It's like an avenue of reparations in the form of just, of helping Black homeowners and business owners repair and revive their houses.
It seems like taking ownership has gotten a lot of attention really fast. It isn't a 501(c)(3) yet, but you're already working on some pretty big projects. You have a bunch of volunteers. What's it been like to kind of start off full throttle?
Oh, it's been wild. Honestly, it's been a lot of work, but it's so rewarding and it's changed my life for the better. I'm doing this full time now. This is my second day as a full time director of Taking Ownership PDX. But it's been a huge learning experience. Every day, I just got to take in more and more information and apply it. But I have a ton of help, so it's been great because the community aspect of it has been wonderful. It's been really like a team effort. I definitely don't take it all on. I have a lot of people that are willing to help out.
What is your day to day like at this point as director?
So far, it's been well. Yesterday, we went out to two houses and did bids on them with a contractor and an architect who are. She's with Renovate PDX, which is a nonprofit as well. And so we went out, got some bids done. Went out and turned on some lights at a woman's house. She We brought some electricians out there. Um, Wrote some checks for a few families. I've been We've been fundraising. We're trying to hit $100,000 by September, and so creating content to fundraise, doing a lot of interviews like this. Yeah, that's kind of been it right now. A lot of coordinating, just figuring out what the next step is. A lot of that.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about how the business side of taking ownership is structured? Because I mean this as a very good thing, but it seems sort of structured more like a reallocation of resources network than like a traditional nonprofit at this point.
That's I think you nailed it right on the head. That's totally what it is at this point. We're really going strong off of just like donations from people in the community. We raised like $13,000 just last week, and that's all just from people in the community wanting support. We have Urban Nest Realty Group matching donations, and that's like we have a lot of realty groups that are really interested in supporting us. So that's really what it's been. It's been just reallocating the funds. Like I said, it's been allies and people in the community who want to give back, and they understand the importance of reparations. They're giving us money, and we're reallocating it to the Black community.
How do you find people who need help with renovations?
So far, it's been all word of mouth, just all through social media. We have a referral form on our website right now. But really, everything has just been word of mouth. And I'm from Portland, so I'm from the Black community of Portland. So I know a lot of people out here. I know a lot of families. And so it's been pretty easy to tap into the community. I used to work for POIC, which is a culturally specific organization that serves the Black community. So it's been really easy because I'm also a hip hop artist. So I'm already tapped in. So it's really just been like people talking about it and then people reaching out.
Right. And right now it kind of seems like the Summerfield House might be like your biggest undertaking yet. So I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit specifically about how you got in touch with Larry Summerfield and where you are right now with that project.
So so I actually became a community health worker with Larry Summerfield Jr., so their son. So I knew the Summerfield family, but Jamar reached out to me on Instagram after he heard from somebody that I was starting this initiative and or this effort, I should say. And so from there, we just got together and talked about what's been going on. He sent me an email with the list of resources he had been reaching out to since 2014 that nothing has ever came of, and so we went out to the house, checked it out, and yes, it is a big undertaking. So it's been a step-by-step process. It's definitely out of our scope as far as like what it's going to take to really fix that house up to be livable again is out of our scope as far as funding goes. But we've been doing little stuff like landscaping. We're planning to clean out the house today. We got an outhouse there because the bathroom hadn't been working for like 4 to 5 years. We're finding transitional housing for Larry Summerfield Sr. Um, we're bringing a ton of resources in, like PCRI and even like other city-oriented resources to come in and start doing planning to figure out what's the best option for the family with this house, because it has a lot of work to do.
Were you surprised at all once you launched this that this had such like a immediate and wide support?
Absolutely. So surprised, honestly. Yeah, I had no idea. I've done a lot of projects in my day. This is not my first time doing something in the community like this. I've done Measure 11 workshops where we educate youth and reform efforts. We were going out and talking to politicians and people in the judicial field and trying to change Measure 11, get that reformed. So I've done a lot of projects. This is not my first one, and nothing has ever seen this kind of response. So very surprised. And as a hip hop artist, as a local artist, when you just push and push and push to get seen and heard, and I've been blessed in that I've got a pretty good fan base, but it's just been a slow uphill battle with music. So for something to just be an idea and then take off like this, and I can quit my job in like a month, wow, it's been wild. It's been wild.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, it's totally the social climate. People have woken up. People have had time to wake up. They're not distracted by their day-to-day jobs. And I think just once something catches on like this and it snowballs, I think people just have had an opportunity to realize the injustices in this society, and that it's not just a Black issue or a POC issue. It's a humanitarian issue. It's impacting all of us. If any of us are marginalized, any of us are oppressed, all of us are suffering from that. And I think that's become a realization. I think people are waking up and understand the importance of a community mindset opposed to the individualistic mindset that capitalism breeds.